Welcome back to Made in Banglatown. This is Naji, and I'm Made in Banglatown. We have a very special guest here, okay? This is something that the city of Hamtramck has been waiting for. Okay, we have the Hamtramck mayoral candidate, Muhith Mahmood, here in our studio. And we're gonna be asking him a lot of questions that you want the answers to. So you know what? Mr. Councilman, welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you, Naji. Great to see you. I appreciate that you invited me to your studio to know about me, and I'm all for it. Thank you. I have this courage, and this is why I'm running for the mayoral position.
Okay. You know what? Before we get into it, right? Let's set the tone a little bit. When you hear Hamtramck, what do you see?
Hamtramck, as we always see, is a 2 square mile city with all the ethnicity, different culture, different all color of people. You can find it's very interesting when you're campaigning. You can see many cultural people that you never thought of. Maybe in a country from the world, you never even thought that someone's living here, but you'll find it. So as I said, every culture, every ethnicity, that's what makes Hamtramck stronger, bigger, and beauty of Hamtramck in this United States of America.
I like it. You know what? What's your favorite Hamtramck spot?
Well, it's all different. I don't want to specifically say any place.
Come on, you can.
I've been everywhere. I like all those business. I like the new coffee shops they are opening. Those are great. I appreciate all those young men that are coming up with new ideas. New fancy coffee store. We never had those before. So I hang out many places.
Yeah. All right, not your favorite, but let's say you said there was a lot of new coffee shops being opened up in Hamtramck. I'm a big fan of coffee. What's a recent place that you've been to?
Recent place that I went to, what's his name? In close to Yemen Cafe on the same road. Hakka or something. His name, I forget the name. But it's very nice, fancy store. I love the guy. He's very genuine. He used to work for the Yemen Cafe, Muhammad, his name that I know of. A great customer service. I love this place. So many occasionally I hang out there. But a Kitab coffee store. There's other ones that have been opening. Or Joseph Campo and Kenif, some of them. So all of them are great.
Yeah, I think our community really loves coffee shops and tea places, somewhere to have dessert with the family, somewhere to go and study and everything. My sister is a big fan. Big fan of Kitab.
Yeah, and I heard many stories from people from out of other cities. They come over, they hang out. Cool places. Also, you have a huge Muslim population here. A lot of mosques, a lot of prayer places. So it's make people comfortable. They hang out to the coffee shop, and when they feel like going to go for prayer, they just can go to mosque and pray and then come back. So
it's a beautiful culture here in Hamtramck.
I love it.
So you know what? Speaking of the love for Hamtramck, right? What made you say, I'm gonna run for mayor?
Well, it's many things, Naji. I'm in a council, and public service has to come from your heart. That's something you have to enjoy. You can't just decide something that I want to be a public servant. So I've been to the many areas in public service. I've been to the Indian leadership, from my workplace. I have a charity organization. I was the founder of it. I've been a councilman. I was a MIBADC, Bangladeshi American Democratic Caucus president for one term. So, many areas I work, I enjoy the serve people. And that's what passionate for my life. And I came to a family, my father used to be a government officer.
In America or
in back home.
In Bangladesh?
Bangladesh.
Okay.
And when he retired, his retired life, he started a new journey to be a public service. He was a municipal chairman. Then he was many college, school, executive team chairman and vice chairman. For many terms in Bangladesh. Yes.
Wow. Okay. So basically,
that's kind of in my blood. It's kind of I grew up by seeing all those public service. That's make me attractive.
You know what? That's actually a great point that you bring up, right? You saw public serving growing up, so you knew the impact that it has, right? And you saw, the influence our Bangladeshi people can provide in this, right? What do you think? What do you think the younger generation here are seeing when it comes to public serving? And do you think this is something that they can get behind?
Well, this is one other reason I really want to encourage our second generation to move forward with the politics. As you know, many of you guys, they all want to be a doctor, engineer, different opportunity they want to grab that make big money. But politics, there's something you can enjoy it, and it can still do other things too.
Okay.
It's not only this. I know it's not a huge money point in the politics maybe, but if you have real heart for serving people, and that's what I want to be our next generation to move forward to. It's not all about the being a doctor, being an engineer, being advisor for the investors like what you do, many other things. But politics, the politicians make the laws, and the law let you run the country or city or anything you say it. So I want our generation, new generation, to see us, that we are moving forward, even though we have the many what is called we have language barrier. We have lack of understanding what you guys are doing. Maybe your brain is more sharp because
or it's different.
Your growth is different. Your thinking process is modernized. But I want them to set an example for my community, my next generation.
Okay.
That if that guy can do it, maybe I can do something better.
Exactly.
And let's move forward. Let's put a step to the politics.
Absolutely.
And bring this country.
Yeah.
Because America, the beauty of America is not about the one culture. That's why America grow.
Yeah.
Maybe our generation, we just started, but there are other generation, you name it. Even we still talk about Polish, German, England, British, whoever you name it, Indian, they all came to this country one point.
Yeah.
First generation always struggle, but next generation, second and third generation is make their life easier.
Absolutely.
And I want to encourage them, people like you and other young generation, to come to the politics and serve the people.
Yeah.
That's
basically, what you're saying is, the older generations, started paving that way, right? They created a foundation, whether it was correct or not. It's more so like, you did something, and now you just want the next generation to pick up the mantle, keep it moving, right?
That's a good description that you did it. So, we're going to mess up. We're going to make mistakes. So from our mistake, they can learn their lesson and make the correction and make the, things moving forward to direct.
Absolutely. You know what? Why do you think Hamtramck needs you now?
Well, Hamtramck having a lot of struggle, and we need to unite the Hamtramck. We have many culture, many ethnicity. Altogether, right now, Hamtramck is on a frustration level. Everybody is frustrated. It's not that people don't want to come along, but in people, I felt people not finding a ways to be in a common ground. And I want to create this path for the community, in every culture, every ethnicity. If you elect me, this is my goal to work on. First place. Many people say, "What is your goal?" I can go to social media and make all this commitment. Many of them probably not going to be true, because that's what many politicians does. This small community, you need a honest leadership. You need a transparency, and who is willing to work. That's kinds of leadership we needed to be find a common ground to work together for this city.
Okay. You know what? You brought up a great point about like goals and transparency, right? I believe that Hamtramck needs more transparency when it comes to their leaders. So you know what? Tell me a goal. What is a goal or policy or change that you are focusing on changing or adding once you take office?
So there are many things you can do, Naji, right? That's something right?
Yeah, Naji, it works. Okay. Some people call me Najizi. It's up to you.
So you have many good names people are giving you. So as I said, you need to know more transparent. You need to have city office open for everyone. Make sure people feel comfortable. There are many people that don't speak well. We know what they struggle because we are first generation. When I came to this country, and we hesitate. It's not that we don't have education or people doesn't come from the good background, but when they come over to a new place, there's a language barrier, understanding barrier, cultural things.
Absolutely.
So make sure I help on those issues, since Hamtramck is a majority of immigrant people start from in Hamtramck. They were your father and other people that started from Hamtramck. So I know that those are areas that people struggle, what people need help, and a small help can make a big difference to people's life. When I came to America, I started my life from New York. Many things I don't know. It was difficult for me to.
Oh, you came from Bangladesh to New York first.
I was there for 5 years. Yeah.
Okay.
So I know what struggle we go through. I don't know what to subject to look for. What's the number? Even though how to look up for map and find the right stopping. So when you ask question someone, and many people they don't know many because all of them to you as a stranger. So one person guide you one small thing, you feel a big help because you're an ocean, like swimming all over. Small things can make a big difference to your direction. So this is my intention to helping people, community, regardless they are from Yemen, from Bangladesh, from Bosnia, from Polish or any culture.
Okay. You know what? Let's get right into it. Right.
Sure.
So there's been a lot of talk, right, from the community.
Most definitely.
Where does Muhith Mahmood live? So go ahead. This is your chance to.
This is the very common.
Set the record straight.
This is a very common, straight question from you, and I appreciate it. And I'm willing to answer. And everywhere, any opportunity comes to me, I answer. So, as I say, my background, I started from New York. I came in. I was there for 5 years, or approximately 5 years. I went back home. I got married. By this time, I applied for as an immigrant. All of us do. I applied for my mom and my other family members. Of course, immediate family members does take 10, 15 years. My mother used to be like, within a year or two, you get approval. So before my mom comes, I went back home. I got married. Now my wife and my mother both are coming from Bangladesh. At that time, America has, after 9/11, as you know, it's a big mess throughout the country. And many things get destroyed. Hard to find a job. So it happens to in Michigan. I came 1996 when I came to this country to one of my friend invitation. He started his life from Michigan, but I was not very much convinced because I see very quiet and I came from New York and I still new. So I went back a few years back down the road. Friend of mine, he got married. You may know her, the Sultana. She worked for Huntington Bank. Now she's the manager. So my friend married her. I went come to their wedding. After their wedding, they are a good friend of mine. And 9/11, I have nothing to do. So he invited me. Why don't you come visit Michigan? And they used to live in Central Line. So I came to their house. I was there. So next to their house, they used to live in a condo. Their condo on sale. And I really liked it because New York is a difficult life. Every day you wake up, you run for train, go to subway, wait for train, then go to your workplace, evening you run. And it's just, I feel like I'm still in Bangladesh. I came here as dreamland. To not only makes money, to survive well and enjoy the beauty of the America, also the comfort that America give you. So I see here is a beautiful house. They have parking in front of their house. New York, when you drive car, you take hours for you to find the parking when you come end of the night from work. So altogether, I really fall in love with Michigan. So I walked to this next door. I talked to the realtor lady, and we made a deal, and I purchased this condo. So
Oh,
my
okay.
life started from the
Center line. Okay, okay.
So, it's not an easy life, and it's new in Michigan. So I used to do two jobs. One in downtown Detroit.
Wow.
Well, I used to work in Somerset Mall, Somerset Hotel across
Oh,
from the
okay.
mall.
Yeah,
So I worked there breakfast and lunch, and then I
Yeah.
go to dinner time. I work in restaurant too.
Okay.
I used to work in the Opus One. Many people, old folks, they know very popular restaurant, fine dining, Opus One.
yeah. Okay.
I have a good experience from New York, so they hired me
Yeah.
on the spot. So, running back, by the time, in the meantime, I got my kids born. I know my wife came from a good educated family too, from back home. When kids start going to Sunline School, later on, they're growing up, my wife starts searching for a school district, good
Okay.
school district in Michigan.
What year was this? Let's just say around.
It's 2008,
Okay.
2009 on
Yeah.
this borderline.
Gotcha.
So she found that Troy had offered the most benefit of like good school district in Troy.
Okay.
And that's why he start pressuring me to buy a house in Troy. Why don't you? Because Naji, as you say, the first generation we come to this country, we struggle, we face
Yeah.
everything we need to do. We build our family, then we look forward for our kids, make sure they have a good future.
Okay.
They go to good school, get the good education. So I moved to, with my wife idea, of course, that was not the most, pleasure things I was thinking about it, but when she explained me everything,
Yeah.
because I was thinking about the cost and everything else, it's further for me to come to downtown. In the meantime, my job was changed. I get a job at MGM Grand Detroit, full-time job with, full benefits and everything. So my life is getting much easier from two jobs to one job. It's much easier.
Right.
With family, kids, doing two jobs.
Yeah.
Now you've got one job. So
And from
decent
center
money.
line to Troy.
Troy, right. So I bought the house, kids started school, but my heart is always, so I start, oftenly I visit Hamtramck, I always to be in Hamtramck. I find a good place to invest. I save some money, I start investing, bought house in Hamtramck.
Oh, investing in Hamtramck.
Hamtramck.
And in houses.
Houses and
Okay.
renting out, because I
Okay.
see, people always look for, and it's affordable for people, and purchasing something was much cheaper compared to other city, because I can't afford to buy another house in Troy and rent it out.
Okay.
So that's how my relationship, my journey start in Hamtramck. So I start growing my friend networking. Like that time we don't have the cell phone or everything, so we hang out in Aladdin restaurants, or, stuff like this. So
Yeah.
I always every evening my days off. Either get 2 days off. So one day mostly spent with family. Other day I came to hang out with friends in Hamtramck. So slowly I start falling in love with Hamtramck and people and culture and everything. So one point, and as I mentioned before, while I was at MGM working, I became a shop steward. Later on, union leadership really liked me, and we have a lot of people, Bangladeshi community, used to work at MGM. So they need help many ways. Being a union, as you know, union save your job from management,
Right.
acquisition, or like people not explaining themselves, favoritism, and all other things.
Yeah.
Area that I start working. So union really liked me. So union asked me to run for their office. So 5 executive board members. It used to be a little bit smaller. I'm one of them. So day by day I'm getting involved in politics, community. One point I decided to run for city council. By many people request me from community. Also I feel like maybe there is an opportunity I can take.
Yeah.
And so I ran I decided to. When I decided to run for council, I sit down with my family, wife, I explained it to them. My kids was going middle school.
Okay.
So they become a teenager, yes. So it became an issue from family, they don't really interested to move because they have their friends, their continuing education style and structure. They don't want to move to Hamtramck.
Okay.
So it's became a sour situation. I really want to run for it. I talked to my wife, what can we do? So she come to a conclusion. She said, we're not living too far apart. It's understanding, and you, as a family man, we can still support, you to run and go to for public service. This is what you wish for. And they gave me permission. And on that point, and I followed the Hamtramck charter. I moved to Hamtramck. Hamtramck, one of my house. And that time I already had a couple houses. So one of the house I decided to move, follow the charter. How you have to be resident for Hamtramck, run for a council.
How long do you have to be a resident to run for?
Once before, you have to have 1 year residency.
1 year residency.
Yes. Now it's changed to 2 years.
Okay, and then after you are in, let's say you are in the role of city councilman or whatever public office it is, then do you have to stay a resident in the city or?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
So since then I never changed anything. My residency here. I stay in a Hamtramck house. Then on the weekend, my wife and kids usually come here to Hamtramck. On my days off, we always hang out, together. I go to Troy house. I don't see any issues to doing it because I'm still available for people. I'm still living here. Of course, my kids, because as you know, Hamtramck school, I'm not blaming Hamtramck school. It's a good school compared to the many other areas. But there's other opportunity for kids. Many kids go to International Academy. One of my sons was going to International Academy. They come to Detroit, what's called the good school, Cass Tech, yes.
Boo! I'm sorry, I don't like Cass Tech only because I went to Renaissance. Rennie and not Cash. We have a rivalry.
He probably, so let's come to you. So you went to Renaissance, you still live in Hamtramck, but your father was taking, top of his job, he has to drive you to Renaissance,
Renaissance,
Right, exactly, Renaissance. So I decided kids can stay there. They still can go to Troy School District, and I continue serving Hamtramck. I don't want to, because as an immigrant, we came to this country not only survive. We want our future, our kids to be successful.
Absolutely.
I don't want them to do the same job, 2 jobs, starting their life to 2-3 jobs and working super hard for surviving points. Because they're born in this country. There's a country offer so many opportunities, and I want my kids to grab those opportunities. They still can serve the community, serve the country many ways. So Alhamdulillah, I'm grateful. 2 of my sons, they both finished up from Hamtramck High School. One of them going to University of Michigan, another one in Wayne State University.
So you do have sons that graduated from Ham High?
No. He graduated from one of them went to International Academy. Another went to Athens High School.
Okay, I got you.
He graduated from Athens. Then he got chance to many university, but he picked few university, but he picked Wayne State University. Because being honest, I stay in Hamtramck most of the time. Mom and my daughter, she is young. So my wife wants one of them to stay with her. So he picked Wayne State. So he always,
Troy.
Right, he always stay with mom, and we always there come on the weekend. And while in Wayne State, he always there's a gap in between classes. He always come down.
I got you. So just to kind of summarize everything.
Right.
That you said.
That's what I say. I know it's confusing for people. People think, why your family live in Troy and live here? Well, there's an agreement between me and my wife. We trust each other. That's we build our trust. I've been married for 20 years now. And we find there's nothing wrong with it. My wife said, whatever your heart say to do, you're still working and just spend your time there. And it's make me easier to come to Detroit to go to my work. It's take 10 minutes from Detroit, from Hamtramck, versus 40 minutes from Troy to Detroit,
Really the main, what I understood is the main reason why you moved from Troy to Hamtramck is you fell in love with Hamtramck and you wanted to better serve the Hamtramck community. And the reason why you didn't bring your family also to Hamtramck is because there's better opportunities for them in Troy. For example, the schooling system and things like that, which is, I understand, right? So now I got to ask you this then. You are a member of city council right now and you're running for mayor.
Sure.
So how can we improve, let's say, the education system here in Hamtramck so that, people like you don't have to choose between I live here, but I want to send my kids to a different school in a different city. How can we bring up our education system?
Naji, this is a great question. It's not only for myself. Many guardians, I see their drive their kids to many different school districts.
Yeah.
And it's not even though one of my cousin, her son, and they're facing struggle, but end up being teaming up. Like few kids go, so the guardians kind of split their days, dropping off in Troy School International Academy and bring them back in the evening. It's quite a bit time consuming, but parents are doing it. So as you know, Hamtramck School is a different entity. It does not belong to the council. But what can we do? We can work together. We can team up together. We can explain.
You said the education system in Hamtramck has nothing to do with the council? Like it's not connected?
It's not connected. The Hamtramck School Board is a different entity than the council.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Sorry. So now you know.
Yeah.
So, but we can work together. We can explain and we can make them feel like what improvement Hamtramck needed to be. And we can make Hamtramck school district like compared to other good school district, and maybe make more attractive to people to come move Hamtramck. That will bring us open door for moving many other families to because I see many people love Hamtramck. They like to stay in Hamtramck. Everything close by. Not only first generation. When first generation people started, and then when the kids grown up, many people move out of city because of one of the reasons I find myself because of its education.
Yeah.
And of course, a bigger house. Some people choose to be, but education is one of the key points. People like to move to a different city.
Yeah.
So we can protect this. If we work school district and Hamtramck City Council and City Mayor. If we all work together, explain it to each other, and we look at the opportunity, what areas we can make improvement to make a better school district, that will be greatly helpful, and I'm willing to do it.
Yeah, I think we should figure out a way to bridge the gap between city council, government, and the board of education for Hamtramck. So let's figure that out. So you know what, you touched on something very important, right? A lot of community members here in Hamtramck, they see a lot of people who are not living in Hamtramck or not from Hamtramck anymore. Let's say they were in Hamtramck and then they moved out to Centerline or Warren, Troy, whatever it is, right? But yet they still keep coming back here and politicking, right? Like as in sharing their opinions on this policy and that, whatever. A lot of us residents who live in Hamtramck feel as though we shouldn't hear your opinion or listen to, like, who cares what they have to say? They don't live here in Hamtramck anymore, or they don't go to work here in Hamtramck, right? What would be your response to residents and their opinion of that?
So I'm not agree with that point, this question though.
Okay.
People coming from out of city, not like they're not changing anything. They're bringing their influence or ideas, sharing with leaders. What can we do? How can we work together? How can we make this city improve? Because I see, even though many people move from a city of Hamtramck, they still love this city. They still have a heart for this city of Hamtramck. The beauty of Hamtramck, the culture of Hamtramck always rich, and everything business, community business, masjid, groceries, even though people funeral for Muslim people, all literally now if few options in other city, but everybody come either Masjid al-Nur or other masjid for their janaza and everything else. So that's what people had the connection. Even though they moved from the city, but maybe their family member live in the city. So they want to, when they bring their ideas, they're not trying to influence anything. They're just bringing ideas to make what can make the Hamtramcks look better, feel better, and whoever live in Hamtramck, the Hamtramck residents.
Okay, for their community that is here.
Right.
I gotcha. I see what you're saying. Okay. When it comes to politics, a lot of people say the politics in Hamtramck is very based on favoritism, and it's more so of a who you know type situation, right? Like, for example, the same group of individuals who know each other and have been working with each other, behind the scenes, they basically have the most influence. And then if someone wants to be a part of, community serving or politics, it's like they can't join unless, that, group lets them in and things like that. This is what I've been hearing. So what do you have to say to
this has come down to the people that are residents of Hamtramck. Of course, I agree with your question, and it been happening, happens. This is why you need to, voices, need to be heard by all those leaders, that they are looking for a genuine person who can serve the community. Instead of their own community, they can blend to everyone, and they're willing to serve every other community, and find the right leadership who understand the politics of the America, who understand not by winning election by doing cheating or so on and so forth. So we need to educate our people. We need to educate our voters, and that's what I want you guys, the young generation, to come forward, explain it to people, what's right, what's wrong, what need to be get done, what can make our city looks better, everywhere, and we stay away from the favoritism or same people being getting elected all the time, and not other people getting the opportunity. Same things. I could have stayed in the council. Maybe it would make much easier for me to elect. But I don't want to hold this seat for forever. I want other person join. Then when the mayoral seat become vacant, I decided to move forward. I was not sure I'm going to make it or not. It depends on the people living in Hamtramck. But I still want to empty up one seat so that we can have a new brain, new ideas. Can join to this council. And it's not that if I run for mayor, I'm going to run for every time. This is one time shot. If I can win, people willing to make me their next mayor of the city of Hamtramck, I'll work hard to bring the city in one area, one common ground that you all can live together, work together, and working hard for the community. It's not about public service; it's about the commitment. It's all about the genuine interest. It's not all about the putting your name on the frame and take the advantage out of it. That's not what my intention is. And I want people to choose the right person who had done those, who is on public service, who provided their previous years on public service and public communication. Choose those kinds of leadership for your next mayoral candidate.
You know what? Public service is a key word here, right? I think that's what everybody is looking for. Not a politician, someone to serve the public, right? But now over the years, we've been seeing, some crazy things when it comes to, the office of Hamtramck. I mean, there's a lot of bribery and different cases going on and things like that. So, I mean, did you or the council know about the issues inside the city departments before the public did? Right now, it's in public, but did you guys know about it before?
So when we find out this is what time we start taking this step, how can we fix it, even though that was a little bit too late. It's based on the communication and the honesty and trustworthiness and the way Hamtramck charter works. The council, majority council make the rules. The city manager run the city. So council and mayor, many of you may know or may not know, there are people that are not focusing on the politics, but probably they don't know. Council make the decision, mayor part of it, but city manager run the city. So many things you don't interfere with the city manager. But when you hire someone, you let him do his job, But the city managerial issues came down. This police chief, I understand you're going to go down to this question. Police chief things came out.
Yeah.
This is what chain of command was not properly serve and communicate with the city, and this is why we have to take all those steps, but get rid of city manager and city police chief.
So right now we don't have a police chief or a city manager.
Well, we do. We have acting police chief, Malaski. He has been serving this community for years. He is currently acting as a city police chief. We have our CFO. We gave him in charge of temporary. He is running the city as interim city manager.
Okay. So who chooses the city manager? Since you're saying the city manager is really the one who runs the city, and it seems as though city council and mayor are really just a face, right? How can we, the public, choose the city manager?
I mean, I don't see there is too much to do from public perspective. City manager is a process, hiring process. So like every position that you hire, you post the posting, you do the posting online and so on and so forth.
Wait. It's like LinkedIn posting. Like, for example, people post the opportunity.
HR posts the position
of city manager.
City manager position.
Can I get interview for the city manager?
It's a great job, man.
Really?
Good money.
Wow.
I mean, it's a headache.
Okay.
Of course, the headache is a responsibility, but of course, why not? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for young,
that's crazy.
Good commitment to the city. Maybe you guys can do much better than many other people did before. So an opportunity is coming. The door is open. So very soon, probably with this administration or this council, or maybe upcoming few months, new council probably going to join to the city hall. Either way, is position going to be posted.
Yeah.
But the way it's work, position get posted. HR and whoever current city manager or city administration follow up with your application and bring it down to a narrow down to an area where bring it down to the subcommittee that's made from a couple council and the city administration and HR, and they go through the interview process. So when interview process done, they bring this person, either male or female, whoever get elected, they bring it to the council for approval. So council approve, final approval, process and go through the city administration.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Who makes more money, the city manager or the politicians?
Of course, city manager. There's no money in politics. It's a thankless job.
Yeah. What? If you're not making money in politics, then why do you guys do it?
So that's what I told you at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's a commitment, it's the interest of love, that you like the public service. That's what it need to come from, genuine interest. And if you're looking for money, that's not the position that
I see.
I mean, some areas maybe politician makes money, because I always heard the criticism of politician lie. But small city like this, small neighborhood, we don't need a politician who can lie or who can cheat. We need an honest person who is willing to serve the community free of. It's this kind of free job. Mayor probably make $200 or plus a month. Less than 300 or maybe 300 in a whole month. And that's cost. It's not even about enough money for buy your gas for a whole month.
Amazing. How is this guy living?
You still have to do it. It's being honest. It's come down to a position that is a part-time job with full-time commitment. Even though it's a very part-time job. It's supposed to be go to meeting, do your role, and focus on cities. Of course, you monitor your city managers, how he's doing his job and everything. Make sure things are going to the right direction. But linking up to this position, there are many other things that you have to do. You have to attend on the city occasion, a different community always have different programs that as an elected official, they expect you to be there. So,
do you get paid to be there?
No, I don't think anyone get paid. I don't get paid, but I can't speak of everybody else.
I got you. That was a good answer. You know what? Since we're talking about money, let's go ahead and really talk about the budget. Okay, what is Hamtramck's budget? Like, where does the money come from? Where does it go? Can we see the budget?
Of course, budget is the public. It's not, when we have the budget session, it's open for public. But
Where is it? Where can I find it?
so, you come to follow the council meeting. It's a get announcement. Every council meeting, the agenda get posted on Friday. Council meeting on every other Tuesdays.
Where does it get posted on? Facebook?
Website, or
okay.
city website, and you can. Many people, transfer it to post it to the Facebook to some.
I've
folks.
never seen it. So
Probably you don't pay attention. You're busy to making money.
I'm in all the Hamtramck groups. I've noticed that a lot of there isn't much transparency, where I can't even blame you guys, like as in councilmen, politicians, but like the people. Right? There really isn't, I don't know who's running the Hamtramck page, right? Facebook and things like that, but there isn't clear communication. Like, for example, there should be like a more vibrant newsletter or more postings of like, hey, like breaking news, here's something that happened, or like here's the update for the week. Here's the budget, here are links, like basically resources. There just isn't
also,
any resources.
we have a newspaper, Hamtramck Review. I think they post many things. I don't know if you're a fan of this or not, but it's a free newspaper. You can just grab it from any store or anywhere.
I'm just going to go ahead and ask the public real quick. How many of you listen or read the newspaper? Comment below. All right, go ahead.
All right. So, also, as I said, it's get into Hamtramck city Facebook and website. But are you talking about the tax money?
Yeah.
Hamtramck is a very small city. Is based on people's tax money, the survival of the city. So majority money, we get approximately $20 million budget maybe every year.
That's how much money you make from taxes.
Taxes, approximately. It's not
from
all
residents and businesses.
Businesses, yes, and some of the money. So as I said, our budget not always depend on our tax money. We still get some grant money from the state, and the revenue sharing too. So
revenue sharing.
Revenue sharing, like when you live in the city, you're working somewhere else, but you still pay.
Oh yeah, like me. Yeah.
Right. So you know it.
Yeah.
So those areas we collect our money, but our money base is very small. So that's what we need to do. We need to improve the city. We need city service. We need to improve the cleanliness of the city. We need to have better safety in our city. Make sure people get attracted to come here and do business. We're sitting down the nice huge building is in Detroit, but we could have one of them in Hamtramck. I know we don't have many areas, but that's what you guys need to do too. Like promote Hamtramck, bring business back to Hamtramck.
Yeah.
And only ways we don't have to increase the tax. I mean, I'm not going to promise that I'm going to decrease the taxes, because I say Hamtramck run by tax money. But what we can do, make sure near future tax doesn't go up anymore.
So here's the thing. I'm glad you brought up taxes. Homeowners say property taxes are crushing them. Okay, like why? Why is it so high? The amount of property taxes that we are paying as residents of Hamtramck, I mean, it's the same as the taxes in Warren and Troy, Sterling Heights, like basically these more upscale cities and communities, but yet when we look at the community of Hamtramck, it doesn't look that way, right? So you have a budget of $20 million, but yet it seems like the people don't see you using it for benefit. You might be, we don't know, but we just can't see it. For example, our city hall. It's disgusting. I'm sorry. It is a terrible building. It's very outdated. The technology is very outdated. And every time I walk in, it seems like the employees, they kind of hate their job, right? So now if we had more up-to-date technology, if you clean up the city hall and things like that, that's something that people can see is like, oh, okay, like now, my tax money is being used for something good. As of right now, I mean, because of all the taxes that people are paying, they're spending less on like groceries and things that they really need. They're really struggling right now. So, what do you have to say about that?
So, as I said, our tax based on houses. So, a small amount of people paying too much taxes, which is true. So, get the tax burden is very difficult, because Hamtramck City structurally is an old city. It's a 100-year-old city. A city been neglected many years. Not many things get done properly, either for financial crisis or many other reasons. Maybe I'm not going down to the road, but I'm not blaming anyone. But was not done many things. So we need to make those improvements and maintenance cost. When you get old, you need more medication than when you are young. Right? Very generally, like simple answer to that.
Yeah.
So same ways, Hamtramck is an old city. We need repair. We need construction. We need everything, every year improvement. I mean, based on Hamtramck city, I don't think people are terrible, but probably you get better experience. This is what you're saying, that Hamtramck city when you enter. So that's what we need to make improve. And this is what my intention too. I visited many cities because I have business, and I still have my house in Central Line. I still have a house in Troy. I have a house in Detroit. Thank God I have a couple houses.
You have a lot of houses.
I'm not a rich man, but I still have debt, but I have houses. So I deal with many cities. There is a room for improvement in our customer service. I see that. It's not terrible customer service in Hamtramck, but there is a room to improve this service. Make sure people feel friendly. People feel, this is what I said at the beginning.
It's not really about
people
the friendly
feel
part.
Comfortable.
It's more so like the workers there. Okay, so when I've been at a job where, I like the job, I want to help my clients, right? But let's say because of lack of technology, or if the office that I'm in is just not making me feel like, I'm in a good area, right? It could be like the paint is falling off, it doesn't smell nice, maybe the chairs are uncomfortable. These are the things that make employees feel like they're not happy at their job. That's what I'm saying. So maybe if we improve city council. City hall.
No. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it. So, but we need to find those areas. So since I sit down with you, those things that came out. Of course, if I get elected, I will pay attention, to those areas, make sure our employees are happy.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm gonna say that when I get elected, I was not elected first time. I lose my election with few votes, but Adam Al-Barmaki, Adam Al-Barmaki, he's quit, so I was replacement on his position. He quit on first year because he was probably, anyways, I'm not going down to this road explaining his opinion, but he felt like this is not for him. So when he took off, I get the seat. I asked them, what should we do? What can we do to make the employee? I felt the same way that what you feel.
Yeah.
So I told the city manager, can we do something? Because then, we have a discussion, Max Garbarino, I have discussion with him about the employees and our charter and everything. And he said many people are not able to take their vacation time or the sick days because we have short staffing.
Wow.
So, and I asked him, so what happened to their vacation time? They say there's a term called use it or lose it. Either you use or end of the year you lose your vacation time. So I bring the agenda, I bring a resolution to make amendment to this, to make sure they don't lose their time that they earn. Yeah. They can roll over their vacation time. Not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah.
Or they get paid for their time because they are not using, we have a short staff. So, there is some other areas maybe we can work, make sure they feel comfortable, they feel energetic when they come to work, they feel they have to give up more because what they are getting. And we have to make them feel like this. And this is what we need to do. We need to work with the department head. And, that's something, of course, city manager dictate those areas, but we always can have common discussion. We can always work on common ground and to improve the city service.
Okay. $20 million budget, right? $20 million budget. If you had to cut one wasteful expense tomorrow, what would it be?
Yeah, our budget is very tight up. It's not very, very luxury budget compared to other cities. The cutting areas, we can shrink some areas. I'm not going to elaborate everything right now, but there is areas we can work on.
Like what's an example?
I felt like many areas we don't need every department to have a department head.
Oh. What do you mean by that?
Like every small department, code enforcement or building department or other areas, we have every department has a department head and the supervisors. So maybe we can combine those areas, make sure people still get their service, but we don't need too many head of the department. When your titles carry the salary. When you
Right,
give
right.
someone a good title, you have to match that salary according to the title. So maybe those areas we can find some areas that we can shrink it down and have good people make sure they're maintaining more than one area and cut down on some people. Also, we can, as I said, we can work on with the community, make sure other business come down to the Hamtramck, will feel less pressure. We earn more money. Also, we have many structural issue our buildings, many old houses. How can we remodel those houses?
Modernize.
Right, modernize those houses with the based on guidance to provide to the owners, landlord. Find the ways they can find and less interest rate to pay, and get this construction done, and city help them out. So that's all create the areas that where we can generate more money that we can spend to the city.
Okay. So basically, from what I heard is to make more money for the city, cut certain jobs. I was asking more so like, let's say if we have a budget for roads, fixing the roads, maybe we decrease. I'm not saying that exactly, but I'm saying like there's a budget for roads, right? There's a budget for education maybe. There's a budget for whatever, right? What do you think? Where should we like cut down on the funding, and where should we put more money into?
So, by walking to street, campaigning to neighbors, many people are looking at their better road service.
Yeah.
Alleys need to be fixed.
Yeah,
Our road fund doesn't allow to do any money to use for the alleys. Alleys has to be either grant money because they're not most necessary things to the state. You have to do the road first, then you can go to alleys fixed. So we can't cut down anything from those perspective. We as I say, our budget are very tight, very aligned to the area that we needed to be those money to spend. But we can make improvement to make more money.
Okay.
Instead of cutting down.
Can you, if you are elected, or if you're not elected as mayor, you're still going to be city councilman, right? How can we figure out a way that we can lower the taxes for the residents, while also like increasing the budget for Hamtramck? Maybe separate tax for business owners or people who make money from Hamtramck but don't live in Hamtramck. I don't know. These are just ideas, like something.
So, first of all, we need to find the resources where you can earn more money. We need to have a good business. That pay taxes to the city. Who hire the employees. There's some American Excel used to be on our side, who used to make great money. They took this part off from their side. So we're not making as much revenue as it used to make. We need to find a good investor, make sure, communicate with those investor or whoever own this area. Maybe make some communication with them, encourage them to do something. We can earn instead of just parking the car in this area. As you see when you're driving to the Holbrook, on American Excel, mostly the car park there.
Oh, okay.
It's a huge area. We need to find the investor or them to invest this money, or lease it to the company who can invest money. So those are dialogue. We have to have. We have to have in our table to find ways to make money. We can.
To bring in the business.
Bringing in the business.
I got
real business who can, who they can make money. Also, their employees can pay the taxes, pay job. Small business is always appreciated as the backbone of the community, but their revenue earning is very small amount as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So we need to find a good business that can come to the city. Also, shoppers can come down and they feel comfortable. As you know, meter was a big issue in our Hamtramck. So now there is no meter parking. That's a blessing for people that want to visit Hamtramck.
So I gotta say thank you guys for that. Right, that's something that I've been following. A lot of people in the community it didn't make sense, right? Paying for parking in Hamtramck, it just didn't make sense. It was hurting businesses.
Very true. I mean, people sometimes look for, as I say, administration or elected official always look for how can we make money for the city.
Yeah.
So instead of thinking wisely, they look for a shortcut ways to make money.
Yeah.
Money parking meter, city was making money, but that's not appreciated from the community because it's difficult for people to use the modern technology to pay for monthly meter parking.
Yeah.
Or even go and deal with this meter park, elderly people. They're not user friendly because they used to use the old meters that you just put the coin and they give you a time frame. But this one, some of them was not anyhow. So we need to find the real resources to make money. Instead of looking at shortcut, we need to have a wide planning to how can we bring more business, how can we make more money, what can we do, even though it's going to take time. Maybe it was planning and making ideas will take another year or two. Then down the road in near future, we don't have to struggle. We can make money from ways that we need it to be. So we need to work on those areas.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, that's really like one of the biggest things here in Hamtramck. We just need more financial assistance or financial literacy so that we can grow with the community. You know what, you as mayor, what is an organization that you want to start for maybe it's financial literacy or something where you can get the community and the younger generations involved with helping you develop the community, as well as just learning about things like finances or anything like that.
So Naji, thank you. Really, we need new generation ideas. So we need brainstorming. We need to have sit down. We need to have a dialogue. We need to have open session. People can exchange their ideas, and from those ideas we can pick right ideas and maybe accomplish this to our community benefit. That the way we can then our younger generation feel like they're I'm part of the community. Now most of them doesn't feel like it's a older old system way city running. Nobody listening to nobody. So we need to come to a conclusion that where we can invite people like you and other people come forward, and they need to take the initiative too. We can't just blame the politician because when you call for a meeting or those kinds of seminar, make sure they come forward. Don't feel like, oh, I'm not part of this group. They're older people. They won't take my ideas. Come forward, express your ideas, express your opinion. Let's make a good city to livable for all of us. And I most definitely I know that younger generation reaching out to so many areas, so many develop in the whole world. And if we get their ideas, brainstorming, and if we accomplish to our city, small city, this city is going to find a good future for livable for everyone.
I believe you. All right. You know what? So now we're going to wrap up with some quick hitters. Okay. I'm just going to ask you some questions, and you hit me with a sentence or two. Okay. So what is your day one priority if you win?
Well, day one priority, if I win, of course, after I get my first priority would be have a good meeting with the department head, city manager, and hear their thought and planning, and outline everything, share with the council, and find ways to move forward our city. And find a common ground.
Sounds good. What's one mistake past leaders made that you won't repeat?
Not paying enough attention to the community, not listening to their voice.
Okay. I didn't think you. So what about ballot harvesting and bribery?
Well, those are people using. Those are beneficiary for people. They need to use it. That was the luxury was given to people. But as I say, people using shortcut way to gain their benefit, of course, I'm against it. That's not the right way to win the election. let's get into the community, talk to people, and express your ideas, make a friend to the community. This is how we can earn their trust, by working.
Okay.
Not to stealing vote. That's not what I, of course, obviously, and I support, and I'm not going to support it.
I got you. Perfect. You know what? Can you stare directly into the camera and tell the people of Hamtramck that you vow to never partake in bribery and ballot harvesting?
Of course not. Of course not.
All right. Sounds good. I appreciate you. What's one word that will describe the future of Hamtramck under your leadership?
It's going to be one inclusive city that people will feel comfortable. I'm not going to be a leader of people. I'm a friend of people, a servant of the people, of the community. I'm willing to serve. I'm willing to listen, and not by action. It's by the action, not by talking to people. I get into the action by doing things. That's what my intention too.
Okay. You know what? This is your chance to talk directly to the residents of Hamtramck right now. What's your message to everyone watching?
Of course, dear residents of Hamtramck, this is their chance to pick a leader who you trust, who is going to take the city to a next step, who is willing to serve, who has the previous experience to serve in community in many different areas in the public service. You don't want somebody just looking for a name on the frame. You want somebody who is willing to work, who had past history in public service, and this is what leadership we're going to pick. Please come forward, vote for November 4th. Vote has started already. It's absentee ballot. There's many ways you can cast your vote. You can do absentee, you can do early voting. I know there is no early voting now, but if you go to city office, they will, city clerk will communicate with you to give you follow the proper procedure. They will give you the ballot. You can fill your ballot out right on the spot, give it to them, or you can bring it to your home and think of it, and you can drop it off yourself. Don't hand out your ballot to someone. I know people are easygoing in our community. They're nice people, but you always think of this your voice, your ballot. Pick the right person for your leadership. This is how a city can improve for future. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. You know what? Thank you so much for coming here and really taking my questions head on. Right? That takes a lot of courage. I appreciate that.
I get many phone calls.
Yeah.
And keep getting it texts and phone calls because people wants me to see my people that are working me, supporting me. They want to see my face in the community and going to door to door. And I think I'm every day walking to the street because I have the courage and I'm not scared to talk to people. I know some people are asking me about the residency. I know there's a common thing that we should people ask, but trust me, I'm not hiding anything. I'm transparent, and anything that I did previously, everything in order that a city charter allowed me to do. If anything against the city charter, I will take the hit. I have no objection to it. So please elect me. Let me be your servant for the next 4 years, and I wish everybody has a great day. Thank you.
All right. You know what? This is Naji, and I'm really made in Banglatown. And to the people of Hamtramck, all I gotta say is, this is your chance. This is your city. This is your family. This is your businesses. It's your opportunity now to really make a difference. Whatever it is that you want done, we have to start speaking up. We have to start holding people accountable if we think that their vision isn't sharing our vision, right? So everyone just stay active, stay informed, and speak up. If you don't know how to get a hold of this guy, get a hold of me. Comment on the posts, and then you know what? I'll make sure that these guys read it, okay? Once again, this is Naji, and I'm made in Banglatown.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
I think that was a good one, man. That was a good one. So, made in Banglatown. I mean, this, like, I'm really born and raised here. I'm not leaving Hamtramck anytime soon, unless you literally kick me out with higher property taxes.
Don't say that.
But
after you get married, it's depending on what your wife wants. Sometimes.
Oh, I got married already. I'm married. I'm married. I got married in Bangladesh. Yeah. So now I'm in the process of the immigration.
So you went the same process that we did.
Yeah. So right now it's been about 2 years, right? So she's, she should be coming here soon, hopefully, depending on what's going on.
She's from Sylhet, or?
Sure, from Sylhet.
Is the family arranged, or?
Family arranged. Yeah,
Oh, so
absolutely. So I'm a born and raised guy in America, but I took a very traditional route, right?
That's good, man. That's just what all the blessing is. We've been married 20 years. That is the up and down lifestyle, but. I think arranged marriage is mostly most successful marriage. Then
it depends on what your goal is, really. So my goal, like I met my goal. Well, and I found the person that I wanted, right? So she's excited to come here to Hamtramck. Why? Because when she moves from Sylhet to here, it's not going to be a huge change.
Right.
The Bangladeshi culture is here and everything like that. So
and you have a beautiful house. You'll enjoy. For sure.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So now with Made in Banglatown, right? I want to figure out how we can make this like a part of the city, like Hamtramck, right? Like for example, maybe you can use, maybe Hamtramck can use this platform to share information or resources to my viewers, right? A lot of people aren't really watching or looking for posts from like the Hamtramck page or anything like that. I'm just being honest. What they look for is after you post on Hamtramck page, someone reads it and then they post about their narrative, how they feel about it, or what their summary is, right? So now instead of that, right, let's find a way where you guys share information with me, and then I can share it like in a way where the young people want to see it, read it, as well as the older generation can understand it.
So if you have I don't want to specifically say you, if there's somebody else doing the same thing, if I get elected, I'll give the options. Of course, anytime, even though job opportunity come, talk to you guys. Beside the city website posting, you can relate it to, because city pays good money. Our city manager used to make $180,000 or $70,000 a year. It's a good money, but you need to know, you have to have a leadership, you have to have the education, and deal with people. So you have to have people service. You should be on people's service to take those jobs.
Yeah.
So it's not only one position. There are many other positions that open up. So you need to pay focus to a little bit and go to council meetings sometime. Maybe watch how's the leadership doing, and point it out. If they're doing wrong, tell them, hey guys, that's not what we expect from you.
Okay.
That's part of the resident responsibility too.
Yeah.
Because
how do I know when there's like positions available? And what are the positions, right? Do I have to like talk to you, or how
you can always start in the website. You can talk to me if the position open up. I can, as I said, position open up many times. I don't even know, because not necessarily all those positions we have to know, because that's why you have the city manager for. He does the day-to-day operation of the city. When you hire someone, you make him responsible. We're still his boss as a council. But you have to give them freedom. I don't believe in micromanaging. If I go every day and look for things to find, you can find fault in anyone. If I look at you every day, then I find many things. You can look at me every day, you'll find many things. But we need to look at things that what make progress
for the community,
exactly.
In the city. I got you.
And appreciate people there doing their job. So anyhow, we need to have right person to get elected, and who is willing to work and spend some time for the city and the residents.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
I don't know how I did, but I tried my best to give you honest answer all those questions that you asked me.
As long as you were honest, then you did your job. That's all I wanted.
I don't know many things make sense or not, but I tried.